Okay, this is going to be my second movie review. I originally reviewed Beautiful Creatures. Now I'm going to be reviewing The Host. Now The Host, I loved it. It was a great film. It had a really good story. I was kind of skeptical because I didn't like Twilight movies at all. And so seeing how it was written by Stephenie Meyer, I was going to go in with an open mind because the trailer looked amazing. I really loved the trailer. I thought it looked action-packed, but it also had some romance. Which is a big factor for me. Now, if you don't know what The Host is about, The Host is basically where Earth has been taken over by these parasitic aliens called souls. Now, these souls are peaceful beings. They think that taking over the humans is not murder. To them, it's basically a way to survive. The souls have to inhabit a person. They basically take over a person's body, mind, soul, and that person, that human that used to be in there is no longer there. Now, Melanie Strider is a group of the Resistance who is resisting the souls. She has a little brother named Jamie, and they're just trying to survive. One day, Melanie meets this guy named Jared Howe. And so they team up and start to go off and find more of the people who are resisting the souls. Spoiler alert, Melanie gets taken over by these souls, and she becomes one of them. And the soul that inhabits her is called the Wanderer, or Wanda for short. Now, the people who are in charge of the souls basically want to use Melanie to find out where the rest of Resistance is hiding. Because they want to completely wipe out the human race and just want everyone to be a soul. So Melanie basically becomes a soul, and Melanie, instead of fading away like most humans would, Melanie fights back. Melanie is very strong, very feisty. She basically doesn't go away. So she and Wanda are basically two people in the same body. Now, a couple of things that I liked about this film. One, I loved the story. I thought it had a very interesting story. One is that the souls were peaceful. They weren't the typical like, ooh, we're gonna look over your brain and like do weird stuff, and they weren't the typical green alien. These people were just small soul-like beings who, to them, it's peaceful. They're a very peaceful group. They don't want conflict. They don't want bloodshed. They're very peaceful. I just thought it was interesting how Stephenie Meyer basically wrote from the position of these souls, because it is Melanie and Wanda in one body. Now, another thing that I liked about was how Melanie and Wanda, how you heard their voices. At first, I was kind of worried. I was like, it's going to be kind of weird if you constantly have Wanda talking, but you have another person talking. And so I'm like, how are they going to do that? But it was really well done. I really liked the way they did that. Thirdly, I loved the acting. Saoirse Ronan was great as Melanie. I've never seen any of her other movies, but whenever I've seen the trailers of different movies, such as Atonement, The Lovely Bones, I really liked her. She has such presence, and she did a great job of portraying both Melanie and Wanda, because they are both two different people. I loved her. She was really, really good. I love Max Irons as Jared Howe. I've only seen him in Red Riding Hood, which is not that great of a movie, but he did great as Jared Howe. I totally felt Jared's fight, his passion, because Jared is torn. Because whenever he sees Melanie again, Melanie is a soul. And so obviously, he gets really upset because the girl that he loves, he thinks is dead. Because most people, again, when they are inhabited by these souls, no longer cease to exist. So I loved Max Irons. I just think he did a good job of not only portraying the bold side of Jared, but also the passionate side of Jared. He loves Melanie, and he wants more than anything to basically get her back. I love Jake Abel as Ian O'Shea. I thought he did a really good job of portraying the peaceful, calm, but still like the fire inside of Ian. Now I liked Ian a lot because he is one of the few people who originally chose to accept Wanda or Wanderer as a person. He doesn't see it as an it, like Jared calls it an it. Ian is like, no, this person is, like, this soul is a real person and should be treated as such. I just thought he did a great job of portraying the sensitivity of Ian. Then also, I love Diane Kruger as the Seeker. The interesting thing about the Seeker is that Diane Kruger's character, most of the Seekers are very calm, like, let's all be peaceful, but this Seeker becomes obsessed with finding Melanie, with finding the resistance. So I loved how, yes, she was a bad guy, but towards the end you saw a different side of her. You saw the side of how and why she is the way she is. It was just, Diane Kruger, I loved her in the National Treasure movies. She did a great job in this, just portraying the both sides, the both evil and the not so evil side of the Seeker. Everyone else I felt like did a really, really good job. I loved it. I loved everyone who was in it. William Hurt did a good job as Uncle Jeb. Chandler Canterbury did a great job as Jamie, Melanie's little brother. I loved this movie. I also really loved the scenery. The scenery was so pretty. It was shot in beautiful New Mexico, which I had wonderful scenery. It was so pretty, just see the mountains, to see the desert. It was really, really pretty. Another thing I was kind of curious about was, I've heard that there was a love box. Not a love triangle, a love box. Because Jared obviously loves Melanie, but Ian becomes to love Wanda. Now, I was thinking to myself, how are they going to do this? Two people in the same body, but they both love different people. Which, it worked out fine because, yes, you heard Wanda was talking, but then you kept hearing Melanie's voice. So, I feel like it was a very good, it was a really cool thing, like, what they did. I really liked it. So much better than any of the Twilight films. So much better. Just in everything. The acting, the story. I mean, the dialogue could have been a little bit better. It was kind of cheesy. A little overly cheesy for my taste. But I really felt like the director, Andrew Niccol, did a great job of adapting, like, this 700-page book into a movie. That was just very, very well done. So, I haven't read the Host book, but now I'm interested to read it. Just definitely give this movie a chance. I mean, if you like Twilight and you like The Host, then you're gonna love it. If you've never read The Host, like I haven't read The Host, you're still gonna be able to understand. You're still gonna be able to learn and understand what this movie's about. So again, I definitely recommend The Host. Go see it, give it a chance, because it'll surprise you. It definitely surprised me. So again, comment, like, subscribe. Give me some comments, suggestions. Just let me know what I can do to improve. Thanks.